shit. Here we go again.
Hey there! Long time no see, buddy. If you're new to this side of town, you might not know this, but Chiaki loves Merlin. Shocker, right? In the year of 2024 of all times, here I am, sat in my pajamas talking about Merlin on a Saturday night. But what can I say? Nothing in the realms of television has lived up to it quite yet. And I'm starting to wonder if anything ever will. I have a deep-rooted loyalty and love for this show. I mean, I go in and out of a hyperfixation for it for a reason. Something always draws me back to it. And so because of that, I took it upon myself to rewatch the show for the millionth time and rank every single episode of the show by season. Because, why not? Even if no one cares to listen, I just love talking about all of the little bits and pieces that make Merlin. So if you're down to stick around and hear me out, then grab a snack and sit back as I begin word vomiting all over the place.
How you feeling?
Confident.
You sure?
Yes.
So last time this tournament was held, 3 men died.
Really?
That was just on the first day.
Thanks for that, Merlin.
And on that second day.
Let's just get through the first.
You're right, because that's when most people die.
Merlin,
Yes.
shut up.
Imagine if Eric Cartman, Dudley, was the one that had magic instead of Harry. That's pretty much this episode.
What would this book tell you? Should I marry her?
That's not really my place to say, so.
I'm asking you. It's your job to answer.
If you really want to know what I think. I think you're mad. I think you're all mad. People should marry for love, not convenience. And if Uther thinks an unhappy king makes for a stronger kingdom, then he's wrong, because you may be destined to rule Camelot, but you have a choice as to how you do it.
An all-around funny episode, but honestly, there's not that much to say about it that hasn't been echoed throughout the show's history many times before.
Whoa, he's bisexual. I didn't know that.
By the way, I'm bisexual. I forgot.
Prince Arthur. I came with him.
Prince Arthur of Camelot?
Yes, Elian, Prince Arthur of Camelot.
Why would he want to help you?
Why shouldn't he?
Because he's a prince and you're a servant?
He doesn't care about that sort of thing. He's, chivalrous.
Right. So he's like that with all the maids in Camelot?
No. Yes.
Elian's first episode. Such a good dude. We love him here. What starts off as a rather intense episode loses its momentum throughout when it decides to focus much more on the budding relationship of Gwen and Arthur. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. I love them. It's good in terms of development for them. I just wish it kept that same insidious vibe it had at the start. Like, Senrid's creepy. He really will do whatever he needs to do in order to get that more gussy.
I fear I abandoned you, Alice. I left you all alone.
You stayed behind to protect me. I know that. You saved my life, and there's no greater gift that I could have hoped for. And you've achieved great things here in Camelot, whereas
Alice.
I've disgraced myself. After everything I've done, you would have every right to hate me.
Hate you? I could never hate you. I've treasured these past days. I love you, Alice. I love you, and I always will.
as I will you, Gaius.
This episode is definitely one of the most tragic ones. But weirdly enough, it has kind of a happy ending. Not really, but like, it's better than Alice straight up dying, I guess. To me, it is so upsetting because much like Merlin, I just love Gaius and want him to be happy. But I also can see the darkness that lives within Alice. And it just hurts to see Gaius be in such denial and literally admit that he would have died for her regardless, and that Merlin shouldn't have been the one to make that decision. Also, I'm sorry, but their door is literally so thin and has holes in it. Are they not worried at all that someone's gonna overhear them literally screaming their spells? You all are going to die.
You didn't know him?
Just some stories I've been told.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I met my father just briefly before he died.
Why?
He was banished.
What had he done?
Nothing. He served the king.
But the king turned against him. That doesn't surprise me.
Arthur's not like that.
Maybe. But none of them are worth dying for, huh?
Who else but Gwaine?
He's Quagmire, Quagmire. You never really know what he's gonna do next. He's Quagmire, Quagmire. Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
The introductory episode for everyone's favorite flirtatious, idiotic barfly. I love that, like Lancelot, he grows close to Merlin, and we get to witness that throughout the episode. I've always loved their friendship so much, so rewatching this episode just filled me with all those mushy-gushy feelings. And to be real, I wish Gwaine had the chance of learning about Merlin's magic. Imagine all of the mischief the two would have gotten into. And to be honest, I think he probably did know and just kept quiet because it just didn't really matter all that much to him. He just cares about Merlin, magic or not.
You look like a startled stoat.
Yeah? Well, at least I don't look like a bone-idle toad. Let's go.
You're saying I look like a toad?
Yeah. Maybe one day you'll magically transform into a handsome prince. Just magic's outlaw, that'll probably never happen. Come on, let's go.
Merlin. I'm the one who gives the orders, remember?
Yeah. You ready? Let's go.
Yet another stress-inducing episode that makes me want to shart my pants most of the time. Thanks, Merlin. In hopes of averting a painstakingly terrible future he sees ahead, Merlin does everything he can, but ultimately finds himself back at the starting line, staring down the barrel of a gun and scaring himself even more than before. Honestly, I just wish that he let the witch die. I'm 100% on Kilgara's side for this one. Like, yeah, I know it's sad to watch people die and all, and how upset people get, but like, whatever.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Have I wronged you in some way, old man?
You have wronged so many people. In so many ways. You're blinded by a hatred of magic. You have tortured and executed innocent people. You, Uther Pendragon, are a stupid, arrogant, old tyrant.
Hold your tongue.
And you, oh, I have heard how you mistreat your servants. They do everything for you, but do they ever get any thanks? No. You're a spoilt, arrogant brat with the brains of a donkey and the face of a toad.
Aside from Dragoon finally gracing our screens, Arthur and Gwen are so cute in this episode. Arthur doing everything he can to make it a good date is so funny and goofy and cute, and I just love him for it.
Get some land and become a farmer.
I can hardly see you toiling away in the field all day.
Obviously, I'll take Merlin with me. He can do all the hard work.
Yeah, obviously. It's a really great episode. It's one that makes you want to curb stomp Morgana even more than you already do. Rest in peace, Morgana. You would have loved Chapel Rowan.
I wanted to thank you in person. Could have been easy for you exposing Merlin like that.
My loyalty to Camelot and your father comes first.
And this is much appreciated. I should also thank you for ridding me of the most incompetent, rude, and lazy servant that Camelot has ever known.
I'm just sorry you had to suffer his ineptitude for so long.
When we catch him, you'll see him hang.
I shall look forward to that. Ugh. Is something wrong?
Brother,
How does Merlin always manage to get himself into these situations? Every second of this episode is hilarity at its finest. Between Uther's stupid hat, Arthur becoming his truest self, Goblin Gaius slapping Uther's head, and to be honest, fart jokes don't usually hit for me, but Gwen's courtroom flatulence is more so just secondhand embarrassment funny. They made the right choice in using Gaius for the Goblin in this episode. I don't think it would have worked nearly as well as if it was anyone but him. Also, Arthur was actually a little bit wise in this episode. It's too early in the show for him to be talking shit like this. What's going on?
There are times, Merlin, when you display a sort of... I don't know what it is. I don't want to say... It's not wisdom. But yes. That's what it is. Don't look so pleased. The rest of the time you're a complete idiot.
This is exactly how you start off a season. Season 2, please take notes. These 2 episodes introduce Morgana back into the show after disappearing for a year or so. Except this time, she's changed. She's an emo now.
Nobody understands us, and they won't understand until it is far too late.
Oh my god, no way!
Do not fight it, Michael. Is being emo really all that different from being goth?
join us.
No way! No way, no way!
And in my opinion, the best she's ever been. Hot Topic can do wonders for people. These episodes also showcase just what makes Merlin the best character in the entirety of the series. He single-handedly destroys an army of the dead without even trying. Meanwhile, Arthur's over there trying to stab a skeleton. Ooh! Honestly, I'm trying to write a good blurb for these episodes, but I'm finding it really difficult. All I can really say is they're just strong and fantastic episodes that set a great precedent for the rest of the season. And really, that's all that matters. I love it.
You can turn back if you want.
I'm not scared of pheasants.
I don't know. Why do you want to do this?
Same reason as you. Help a friend.
Arthur's lucky to have us.
Not Arthur.
The return of Gawain, the Three Stooges reunited as one yet again. I think the whole concept of this episode is immensely intriguing. Arthur had to choose a mission. He had to sit and open his mind, heart, and soul in order for the journey to show itself to him. And somehow he wound up on what's actually Merlin's mission. I guess that's just what happens when you're two sides of the same coin, but I don't know. Soulmates? I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't know. It's just a great episode that fills me with nothing but joy. I just love the three of them together. The chemistry between Owen, Bradley, and Colin is incomparable. I just love them.
You know the answer.
Merlin?
No, I don't really fancy it.
You don't have a choice, Merlin. I want to thank you all for staying loyal to me
in Camelot's hour of need. I'll do something that my father won't approve of.
I love these episodes so much, so forgive me if I ramble on a bit more than necessary, but to be honest, I think these two episodes, especially the second half of the two, are flawless. They're expertly crafted and weaved together perfectly with so many hidden details embedded deep within this episode. There's just so much thought put into it. You can feel how much the crew loved making this show and sharing all of these Arthurian, or however you say it, stories. For example, take a look at the ancient royal round table. Each seat at the table harbors a title, a name perfectly equal to those that take their rightful seats. But that's a whole different video that maybe I'll make. I don't know, I'll think about that one. I gotta say, watching Uther fall to this sort of melancholy, weirdly enough, might be one of the most depressing things I've ever witnessed while watching the show.
You really hate me so much.
You cannot begin to know how much I hate you.
Ow! Like, I know he doesn't deserve it, but I just can't help pitying him when he's dissolved into this sad shell of his former self. This episode, like I said, is perfect. It has everything I could possibly want in a Merlin episode. Quiet moments between Arthur and Merlin that they'll deny later, Lancelot and Merlin hijinks, deranged Morgana, the knights all together, Gaius using magic, just everything. Watching the gang ride back into Camelot still never fails to have me on the verge of tears. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's just so nostalgic, and it just makes me so happy. Honestly, I could easily gush over this episode and all of the intricacies that lie within it all day, but I'll save you from all the gooble gobble that'll come out if I do that. All you need to know is that it's perfect. Well, there you little heathens go. Season 3 of Merlin ranked from the Mordreds to the Lancelots. I know these videos don't do the best in terms of views, but I just love making them because I love talking about Merlin that much. And I hope that any of you who do watch these videos truly do enjoy them. Let me know which Season 3 episode is your favorite, or even which one is your least favorite. Or you can just comment all about how wrong all of my opinions are, because hey, go for it. Either way, the algorithm's gonna eat that shit right up, so it's a win-win for me. You do you.